I don't know, Sonny. What exactly are we doing here?
Let's hope we can learn something about Natasha and Ibn by sniffing around before we visit that weekend house in Flowerville.
Learn something? From Phyllis and Roy's?
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about them.
Yeah, figures.
How's it going tonight, boy?
What do you mean?
Are you kidding? Last time you shot up a theatre, and, if I remember correctly, each other.
That was a, complicated evening.
Aye, sure. Complicated.
Do you want to hear some juicy gossip, boys?
Always.
Deputy Malloy got so drunk, he fell asleep on the toilet. It took them an hour to find him.
Stupid oaf. So that's why Blood Boil was here.
Yeah, aye, and he's in a pretty sour mood because he had to come in on New Year's Eve.
Just our luck.
No. Your luck is that he's too busy to care about you two lovers right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Well, keep up the good work, boys.
Or this hanging around thing you do.
Thanks, chickens.
Well, keep up.
Are those two gonna stand out here all night long?
I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past them. They're operating by some incomprehensible logic, at least for simple birds like us.
I wish we had the smarts to understand.
Maybe one day, Marty. Maybe one day. You remember Operation Double Spike, Marty?
Furry gods, how could I ever forget? The whole PD was laughing at the poor bastards for weeks.
Every workplace needs guys like these. Nothing would be the same without them. They may be idiots, but their hearts are in the right place. Well, more or less. Probably less. They may...
Why aren't we on this poster next to Blood Boil?
Because he hates us, Marty.
Oh yeah, right.
You would have looked kind of great on that poster.
Hey, thanks.
You would have looked kind of...
Hey. That wasn't us, right?
Not that one, Marty.
Honestly, sometimes I find it difficult to keep track of all the places we wrecked during our 10 years together.
Just 9, Marty. 9. Have you ever fired a Tommy gun, Marty?
You mean today?
You're right. Stupid question. This was the last message of the Castilla clan, before Blood Boil had them all put away for good. This was the last...
Do you remember our old squad car?
That ended up in a swamp? I could never get over that. It was the best partner I ever had.
That's, good to know, boss.
Truth hurts, pal.
Never mind. I'll live with it. What was its name? The old car, I mean. Bessie? Nessa?
Tessa. You know, like my daughter.
I knew your daughter's Tessa, but... wait. Did you name your daughter after our old car?
Why? What's wrong with that? Damn. Even this car reminds me of Tessa. Damn. Honor, strength, and unity.
Pigs, ruffians, and vigilantes.
Honor, strength...
Did you know there's a theory that the Foundation War was a hoax? That the reptiles deliberately kept in the background, but in reality, they're the ones controlling the city from the underground even now.
What? Where did you hear that? I'd never heard such sheep shit before.
I read it in Tomorrow's Word. That's a pretty prestigious newspaper.
I wouldn't use that trash to wipe my cloaca, Marty. It'll rot your brain.
Well, at least I read something other than the labels on liquor bottles.
Hey, that was a bit below the belt.
Yep, but true.
You got me.
It's a very beautiful crest.
Yeah, it is. Just like the city. From afar, at least.
It's a very
Good old Bosco's slowly becoming the same piece of furniture we are.
Sure. You remember when he was just a little green lapdog? For a while, we even had to babysit him.
He always was a talented little pooch, I have to admit. But the filth that seeped into everything in Clawville has reached him, too.
It reaches everyone one way or another, right?
One way or another, it does, Marty. You had a fight once, didn't you? At one of the winter solstice parties.
Yeah, we both drank too much. It was over a manatee named Margaret. That was before Laura, of course.
I haven't seen many fights that memorable in my life.
Yeah, and the girl didn't go with either of us.
She was a wise manatee.
Is it worth talking to him?
Who knows? Maybe he heard something interesting.
Is it worth talking to? Hey, big guy.
Hey, Cox. What's up? Back here so soon? Did you get nostalgic all of a sudden, Sonny?
I'd rather be anywhere else than here, Bosco, but we're sniffing around on a case.
Hoo-hoo. Are you trespassing again?
Who? Us? What are you thinking?
Just an old case. Still open. Not official, but not active either. We're not bothering anyone. You know, old habits die hard.
I know. I'm just messing with you. So, how can I help you?
The boss?
He's not in a good mood. Malloy got so drunk he pissed himself.
And we just put the cherry on top, huh?
Mostly you, Sonny. No offense.
None taken. I'm used to it. Everything rolls right off my feathers.
Don't go stirring up a shitstorm, okay? We're gonna have enough on our plates tonight.
We'll do what we can, Bosco, but I can't promise anything.
Don't go stirring.
We'll do what we can. You still remember Philmar?
Do you mean Philip? Of course I remember. He's got quite the reputation with that Philmar alias.
We just met him. Small world, huh? Do you know what he's up to these days?
Yeah, as far as I know, he's investigating petty blackmail cases and sneaking after poor bastards cheating on their wives.
Anything else? Did he get mixed up in something that stirred up a storm recently?
Yeah, I don't know about that. We haven't seen him at the PD for a while. He's usually a frequent visitor. Why? Did he run into some fishy business again?
Possible, Bosco. But I'm not sure he'd want to make the same mistake.
Wise decision.
You still remember... Listen, Bosco, what do you make of this list?
Maybe it's the guest list of some fancy ball. These are some rather influential names, the ones I recognize anyway. Movie stars, politicians, a few names from the Council of 12 even, if I'm not mistaken.
You're not.
Are you blackmailing them? Because if you are, I'll gladly accept a nice big juicy bone in exchange for my silence.
Stop screwing around, Bosco. It has nothing to do with our case.
Which is what, exactly?
We're still not gonna tell you.
Listen, Bosco.
Maybe it's the
Listen, Bosco, what have you heard about that singer,
You mean...
Listen, Bosco, what have you heard about that singer, Natasha Katsenko?
You mean that little...
Listen, Bosco, what have you heard about that singer, Natasha Katsenko?
You mean that little bimbo fooling around with Ibn Wessler? They say she's the jackpot, but I've never been into cats, you know.
You couldn't be more racist if you tried, Bosco.
Don't misunderstand me. I don't have a problem with cats at all. I'm simply allergic to them. I can't stand being around them. I don't even take cases with cats.
Good for you. I should have used...
Your investigation related to her?
What? No, of course not. We just came from her show. That's why I asked.
And what's she like?
Well, I guess your cat allergy would go away for the rest of your life if you met her.
Really? Maybe I'll have a go and see for myself one day.
Don't drink that shit, Marty. It's bad for your health.
Sonny, you're bad for my health.
Don't drink... Why is it always a lion? Lions are lazy, dull, good-for-nothing creatures.
Hey, stop talking like that. It's disrespectful.
Why? Aren't I right?
Not every lion's the same. Just like not every rooster's an asshole like you.
You got me.
Sometimes I think everything would be so much better if cops didn't have guns.
That's almost surreal coming from you, Marty.
Don't get me wrong, I love guns. I became a cop because of guns. But sometimes I feel if we didn't have guns, criminals wouldn't have them either.
The chicken or the egg, huh? Unfortunately, I don't agree with you. If you point flowers instead of a gun at a total nutcase, he's still gonna shoot you. I can't even remember why I became a cop. I can't even...
Blood boils in there, and I don't want to run into him.
I wholeheartedly agree, partner. Let's avoid the whole office section as much as possible. Blood boils in there somewhere. It's best to avoid him before he finds some reason to lock us in.
You took the words out of my beak, boss.
Blood boils in there. Miss Jardine, one of the 7 female officers of the Clawville PD. Officer Barkman, unwavering cop and a slavering beast. Officer... I can't even...
So soon? That was fast. Almost a record.
Sorry, Mon. We're just here for a little, info.
When are you not here for that, boys? How about wish me a happy birthday for a change?
What? Is it your birthday today?
Of course not. Don't be silly, Marty. You know exactly when it is. We've talked about it a dozen times.
Yeah, of course I know.
Yeah.
So, could you help us with this and that?
Of course, boys, but be quick about it. I'm in over my head with paperwork and blood boils breathing down my neck.
We'll be quick like a hurricane.
You're very lucky, boys. You just missed the boss by 3 minutes. Right now, he's trying to get Malloy out of the toilet.
Still can't hold his liquor, huh?
Neither on or off duty. But today, he is sloshed.
Well, he's a water buffalo, isn't he? He knows how to swim.
No, Sonny, just a buffalo. The two are totally different things.
Listen, doll, we have some questions.
Make it quick, boys. I'm busy.
Listen, doll. Do you remember Monica ever going on holiday?
Honestly, I can't recall.
Sometimes I can't decide if it's admirable or if I feel sorry for her.
Maybe a bit of both. But is it selfish to say I'd be hurt if one day I didn't find her here?
Yeah, I feel the same.
That's all right then. You know, if there's anyone who knows anything about anything, it's gonna be her. You know?
Guess who we met today in person, Mom?
King Hector III?
Even better. The one who commands the king.
Wait a minute. Hobart Wessler?
Damn right. Hobart Ibn Wessler in the flesh.
Wow. And you're still alive. That's quite an accomplishment.
But seriously, have you heard that he wants to get out of the black market business? Allegedly, he's trying to clear his name with some kind of new meat substitute.
His name's gonna be rather difficult to clear.
It's a heroic and impossible venture.
I haven't heard about it, but it's an interesting addition to what I know.
Which is?
Ibn's been acting very strange lately, and he left most of his business dealings to one of his goons, Mickey. Also known as the Butcher, the Mongrel, and the Slayer.
Yeah, we once had the pleasure of meeting him.
That's all I know, boys. I know it's not very much, but it's something, I guess. I'll keep my ears open.
Thanks, Mon. Listen, Mon, a reliable old friend shoved this into my hand. Could you take a quick glance at it?
Quite an imposing list. What could those numbers mean? It could be a date even, but no, this is something else.
That's what we were thinking too, and we got nowhere. But you see a lot of documents. So, is there anything familiar about this?
Unfortunately not, boys. The names are imposing indeed, but based on this, it could be almost anything. The richest of the rich get together on all kinds of excuses.
It must be a secret cult.
It could be, of course, but also anything else. I'm sorry I couldn't help you more.
Ah, don't mention it, Mon. Thanks for your time.
Or, wait a minute. There is something.
Oh, stop teasing us, Mon.
I'm sure you've noticed that all the names in the list are men, right?
Yeah, of course we noticed.
Thanks for the observation, Monica.
Don't mention it. I'm just a receptionist.
We saw a pretty good show at the SAR Club tonight.
Good for you, I guess. Natasha?
Natasha. She performed her new song. She also sang about why she called us there. Or rather, me.
And?
That's confidential, Dollface. Anyway, I can't help wondering about that woman. Her past is a mystery, and I couldn't draw much out of her in person either.
Women like her always have something to hide, Sonny. I think that's exactly what makes men fall head over heels for them.
I know another broad who's all mysterious.
Oh yeah? What's her name? I'll look her up if we have a file on her.
Marty, shut up.
Oh, you mean me, right?
All mysterious, full of secrets, and grace.
I didn't even hear that, Marty.
Do we have a file on a woman called Olivia Blackwig? She's currently working as Ibn Wessler's assistant.
We don't have a file on her, but there are a few Blackwigs that could be related to her. Mountain goat, crow, or caiman?
Crow, around 30 to 35. A very pretty socialite.
Maybe we have a catch then. Theodore Blackwig was a rather influential banker until he went bankrupt. He died a few years back, but his daughter could have ended up in the same social circles as Ibn.
And since they lost their money, she took a job as his assistant.
Yeah, it would fit the picture. But it's a big city, Sonny. There may be more than one Crow family with a Blackwig name living here.
Thanks, Mon.
I'm glad I could help, boys, as always. If it doesn't take a lot of my time, that is.
We know. We're not even here anymore.
It may not be a good time to say this, but I've got a bad feeling about tonight.
You could have told me about that sooner, Sonny.
You can still turn back. Stay here and keep wasting ammo.
Like hell. Whatever insane shit's waiting for us, it's way better than dying of boredom.
Well, I'm sure we won't be bored.
I hope not. Don't you want to practice a little? You must be all rusty after such a long hiatus.
If you want to know, I sometimes practice at the empty hotel.
Leslie lets you shoot up the place.
Lewis. And no, he doesn't. But there's a room that one of the guerrillas of the Castilla clan had totally trashed. He won't notice one or two holes.
Ah, clever. Shall we go, or do you want to stay and shoot a bit?
I don't know. But don't worry, we'll soon be on our way.
Whatever you want, Boss Bird. Shall we go, or...
You seem unsure.
Really? I think I'm just tired. You know, Laura and I have been fighting recently, and I've been sleeping on the couch.
Yeah? Well, it shows.
Thanks. You always know how to cheer someone up.
Laura didn't throw you out, did she?
No, nothing like that. It's, just...
Uh-huh. I see. Marty looks kind of run down today, but he's still in better shape than I am. Marty looks...
You sure we won't need Layla?
You call this monster Layla?
She's not a monster, Sonny. If you know how to treat her right, she's a real ballerina.
Uh-huh. I believe you, pal, but we're not taking her.
Oh. And what if...
No, Marty. There's no way in hell we're taking a Tommy gun with us.
Ugh, all right.
I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained. I believe this... Don't forget to keep your gun clean, Marty.
Hey, I take them all apart every day, clean and oil them, if you want to know.
I didn't want to know.
No use crying over spilt milk. Which one of them was first, peace or guns?
You mean, why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. Which one of them was... Ooh, a nice cup of coffee a la Zip, huh?
We're not here for the coffee, Marty. Zip always knows more than what he lets on. It'd be worth interrogating the old trash panda.
If he forgave us for wrecking his joint last time.
He'll never forgive us, Marty, but we helped him out of trouble so many times, he's not gonna have any choice.
I hope you're right, old bird. Ah, is that the Kite and Blues?
I think so. It has a unique sound to it, that's for sure.
I'd like to visit the Hive again, when things lighten up a little.
Yeah, and when they welcome cops again.
Yeah, right. Ah, is that the Kite? Everything all right, old man?
If there's something we can do for you, just say so, okay?
Well, all right.
Hey, old man. Hey, old man. Everything all right? Any trouble?
Still nothing.
No matter how big the city is, Marty, I feel more and more like I'm living in prison.
Hey, it's not too late to skip off, boss. You only have 121 days left, right?
120. Then, retirement.
So, what's keeping you?
I don't know. I could have left even earlier, but the city won't let me go.
You're afraid of change, huh?
Everyone's afraid of change on a certain level. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. The city just keeps pulling me back. If it wasn't for this case, I could have drunk myself to death.
Even the afterlife is better than Clawville.
Sometimes I think that.
I think you're beyond help, boss.
If you gaze into the city will gaze into you.
Okay.
If you gaze into the city,
Okay. This quiet. You know, I understand why Zip escaped here when he got out of his shady dealings.
It's not possible to get all the way out, Marty.
What? So, you also stay a cop even after retirement?
Every cop stays a cop. It burns itself into you.
That's good to know. So am I gonna stay a cop forever?
Sorry, Marty.
Well, that's that.
The Hive. City of insects. More like a ghetto.
I hope we never investigate there again.
We won't, Marty. This is our last job.
Don't say that, boss.
The Hive. Praise be unto you, O great neon god.
Hallowed be thy name, and thy pancakes.
Amen.
I once dreamed that his eyes were moving.
At least it was just a dream for you. I always feel like he's following me with his gaze, even now as we speak.
I once dreamed...
This makes the bile rise in my waddle.
Yeah, me too.
This makes the bile... Once this broken-down old car was new and shiny. Am I a broken-down old car, too? Once this...
Ah, jeez, boys. Out of 2,000 joints in the city, you had to end up here, huh?
Hello to you, too, Zip. How's it hanging?
I had no problems, until now.
Ah, don't be such a drama queen. We just want to ask you a couple of questions, then we're out of here.
And we won't even trash your place this time. What do you say?
I say let's get it over with very, very quickly, chickens.
Relax, pal. We'll be as fast as a hummingbird.
I'm not your pal, and you're as far from a hummingbird as I'm from a polar bear.
Oh, come on, Zip. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Damn it, what's the scribbler doing here?
Sniffing some juicy story?
I think I still owe him a great big left hook.
What did he do this time?
Oh, nothing. Just since I first met him, I wanted to punch him in the face.
I can understand that.
We don't have to talk to him, right?
Impossible to avoid, Marty. Not if he hasn't gone blind or deaf since we last saw him. Timothy Saltwater is the meddler journalist of the Clawville Chronicle. That wouldn't be a problem in itself, but unfortunately, he's a huge fan and the architect of the Chicken Police legend. Timothy Saltwater. Hello, Timothy. Scribblers don't celebrate New Year's.
Hello, boys. What a pleasure to see you. Answering your question, no, not really. Not me, anyway. I'm always where the story is.
Mm-hmm. And where's the story now? I can't see it anywhere.
It just stepped through the door, pal.
Oh, you mean us? Well, I think I'll have to disappoint you.
The Chicken Police are back together? I can't let that go without an ink stain, am I right?
No, Timmy, you can. We're not working, we're just having a little fun, that's all.
I'm not buying that, boys.
You'll have to, Tim.
We'll see about that.
Is that rag you work for still around, Tim?
You mean the most read and highest-ranking newspaper of the city, the Clawville Chronicle?
Oh, yeah, that's what it's called.
I see that you still have your famous sense of humor, Sonny. Such a joy.
Yeah, I do.
So, how about you tell me what you're really doing here?
Not a chance, Timbo. The truth is, we're already leaving.
Sorry, pal. Maybe next time.
So,
Timothy saw...
So, out with it. Stop winding me up. I'm almost consumed by all this excitement.
We've just come from the Tsar Club, Zip. Who do you think we met?
If I can guess one, I'd say, was it His Majesty Hobart Ibn Wessler, the Rat Prime himself?
That on, pal.
What a surprise. So, what do you want to know? Just because I don't know anything.
Of course you don't. Just a couple questions.
Go on, boys. Hurry up, will you?
What's up, Zip? Quiet night, I see. And what's Timothy doing here?
That's exactly what I asked him when he wound up here. But yeah, he's a regular nowadays. He must be sniffing some kind of story about the Hive.
About the riots? Have they reached here already?
I ain't seen nothing. More cops around, yeah, as you can see for yourself.
We're not on duty, Zip.
It's still the same. A cop's a cop. A lot come by, but besides beating up bugs, nothing much happens.
It will, Zip. I can sniff it in the air.
If you say so, Sonny, your sense of smell is better than mine.
Maybe once.
Huh? What more do you want?
Is it forbidden to stand around at your place?
Go stand around somewhere else in the city. Huh? What more do you want?
Is it for...
Gods, he's in even worse shape than the last time we saw him.
Well, Marty, aging is like that. And while we're at it, looks like you've put on a few pounds.
What? Who, me? Don't make me laugh. I weigh exactly the same as I've always done.
Yeah, sure. I can see we're not particularly welcome.
I wonder why.
I can see... You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind... Look what we found, Zip.
Furry hell. Who'd you beat to death for that?
Beat to death? Who do you think we are? We simply confiscated it.
You sneaky broilers. I'll give you $50 for it.
Don't make me laugh. It's worth 3 times that.
Oh, come on. Give me a break.
Tough luck, Trash Panda.
We also ran into Filmar.
Filmar? Who's that?
A grumpy old raggedy-ass hawk. His manners are even worse than mine. Ring a bell?
You mean Marlowe?
Was Marlowe. Now he goes by Filmar Lowe.
Oh, I see. So that means he's still alive? Yeah, I'm almost not surprised. The old guy has a reputation of being indestructible, huh?
He is. And he gave us something that could mean something. Look at this, Zip.
Holy crap, what's this? The guest list at a king's birthday party?
Hey, that's not even a bad guess.
What do you make of it?
This piece of paper's from so high up where I've never been myself, boys, so don't ask me.
You didn't get any younger, pal. You didn't get it. We spoke to Natasha. She's scared.
Well, it's not good life insurance to be the girl of the most powerful gangster in the city.
It's not about that. Someone's been writing offensive messages to her. She feels threatened.
I only know that every second husband in the city wants to have her, and every second wife wants to wring her neck because of that. Nothing else.
Thanks, Zip, but we're not any further ahead.
But not further back, right?
I wouldn't eat here if my life depended on it. I wouldn't... I used to think a lot about what makes Zip's coffee so unique.
And?
I decided I didn't want to know.
I totally understand you, Sonny. We all need a little mystery in our lives.
I didn't mean that. I was afraid if I knew what was in it, I'd never want to drink it again.
Oh, I see. Do you think it...
I doubt anything's fresh in here.
Do you think it's fresh?
I doubt anything's fresh in here. Wise words, pal. Wise... You know what? This is what they call music these days?
Ha! You're croaking like some old bitter crow, Sonny. This is called rock and roll.
It's gonna be trouble, I'm telling you. Things like this make the world go crazy, and we have enough crazy already.
We need a little global insanity every few decades, Sonny. Better a fashion explosion than a real one, right?
Maybe. It's because of pigeons like this that there's no place on stage for real musicians.
Of all that's furry, shut up, Sonny. Please.
It's... Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during 20 years of detective work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup. One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again, about to step alone into something hauntingly familiar. Only the old dogs say, balls to the wall.
This place gives me the creeps.
I wouldn't say I like it either.
Let's take a look around before we go inside.
Textbook.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Shut up, Marty.
Damn.
It's not a good sign.
Maybe she just lost it when she hurried into the house.
Yeah, right.
Do you think it belongs to Natasha?
No idea. Do you think I measured her feet when I was in her room?
I'm not sure I want to know, but I wouldn't be surprised. So, this is the word. What can I say? The message is loud and clear.
Yeah, what matters is who is it for and what does it mean?
I can't misunderstand that if I wanted to.
We'll see.
Wait a second, did that bimbo put a spell on you? As you used to say, don't let it cloud your objective judgment, Boss Bird.
Watch who you're talking to, boy. Marty, before we enter, did you bring Big Bertha?
Of course. She's in the trunk.
It's time to get Her Majesty out.
That's what I like to hear.
Let's go.
Hello, my beauty.
Just don't point it at me.
Aw, scared? Take it easy. I swore I'm not gonna shoot you again.
Very gallant of you, partner.
What, are you still pissed at me? I'm happy to remind you why you got shot the first time.
I get it. Just shut the fuck up already.
It's the nothing.
What was that?
Forget it. Just an old quote from a movie.
Flashlight.
I didn't bring one.
Me neither. What a pair of fucking professionals.
Yep.
But you do have a shotgun with you.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
Is that from an old movie?
No, it's an original.
Figures. She was lying on the floor as if she was sleeping. She looked peaceful, almost. The large pool of blood ruined the picture. Poor, delicate Deborah. Maybe you were too pure and innocent for this city, but in the end, its filth pulled you under. You know, no animal can swim in high heels.
Wild gods! Fuck, even!
Yeah, it's her. Deborah. The girl who came to my office.
I figured, but what the hell happened? Was it Natasha? Is this what you wanted us to see?
No. I mean, I don't think so, Marty. She seemed very attached to the girl, and I believed her. Furthermore, she has no motive to kill her. Natasha meant some object. Something maybe the killer wanted, too. And the poor girl was trying to protect it.
Did she seem that kind of girl?
She risked a lot simply by coming to see me. She would have done it for her mistress.
Why is she naked? Was it sexual? I mean, there's no sign of struggle. She seems untouched. Maybe she knew her assailant. Was it a lover?
This looks premeditated. So far, the messages have appeared in weird places, but this is a new level. It's no longer just about empty threats.
Well, maybe Natasha's on her way here right now. Or she was already here and something happened to her, too. Kidnapped, or worse.
Those are possibilities, but we can't wait. We don't have time for guessing. Search the house. Search everything. The room's not trashed. Whoever did this wasn't looking for the same thing we are.
Or they knew exactly where to find it. Wait, what are we looking for exactly?
I have no idea, but it's something important. Things like that have a way of getting noticed when you come across them.
Amen to that. The message. Here, too.
Yes, but this isn't about Deborah, and wasn't meant for her.
It was meant for Natasha.
Obviously.
What have we gotten ourselves into, Sonny?
I don't know, Marty, but let's get ourselves out of it as soon as possible.
I really shouldn't be here, you know? It's New Year's Eve. I should be out partying, not dealing with this shit.
Well, it's a little late for that. I told you it was going to be a rough ride.
What you told me was it's gonna take a few hours, and it's practically nothing.
And you believed me.
Yeah, I was an idiot.
Here you go.
Poor girl. How old was she? 20? 25?
Yeah, something like that.
What are we gonna do about her?
Nothing. We can call the police. Anonymously, of course. Poor thing. Poor...
Anything interesting in there?
Yeah, I think there is. There's nothing else useful. SN. Could be the initials of a person, a place, a company, or a club. Too many possibilities. But we must find out where it's from. SN. There's nothing else useful. It's an exceptionally beautiful piece. What does it depict, I wonder?
I have no idea, Sonny. It's so art, I'm scared to have an opinion. Nice.
Yeah, it really is.
Nice. This must be Natasha's family.
Wealthy.
Do you think she's from the Stavonian Tsar's family?
Oh, nobody could have survived that massacre. But I'm sure this family was also close to the fire.
What is she doing here anyway? What, an alias? Keeping secrets, and now this case? Do you think it's all connected somehow?
Let's not draw hasty conclusions, Marty. Look at those clothes. Could it be a military family?
Maybe. Or Stavonian fashion.
Your intuition always astounds me, Marty. What would I do without you?
And there you go.
We can't take it with us, but remember what you've seen.
Yes, sir, Bossbird, sir.
What are you trying to tell me, Natasha? What are you trying...
What is this exactly?
A human. Mythical creature. Quite the cult in Iveria. The whole country's full of these statues.
Does it mean anything?
They say humans are the keepers of secrets and the messengers of chaos and destruction.
You don't think...
Let's take a closer look. Molly loved things like this.
How about this one here goes missing and,
Don't even finish that sentence, Marty. Molly loved things.
Damn, just like in the adventure books. Rich animals are all insane.
You have a point.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, it's a riddle, Marty.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why use something as simple as this when a 4-digit number is almost impossible?
An idle whim, or the riddle has a meaning?
Maybe. 4 animals into 4 places. What does it represent?
Think, Marty. Where did we see 4 animals holding something in their hands?
Hello there. What could this be? Maybe a piece of a painting.
And there's some kind of squiggle on it. The signature of the painter? I can't make it out. It's a piece of a painting. Judging by how well it was hidden, I'm sure this is what Natasha wanted to show us. It's a piece of a painting.
So a piece of a painting? That's it? And what's that smear on it?
It's too illegible to be a signature. It could be anything.
Well, maybe Natasha can help us. After all, this is what she wanted to show us, isn't it?
Well, that's if we find her. She should be here by now.
True. Well, then what's next? How about we peck around town some more?
We could do that, but I think we should gather what we know and try to figure out where we can go from here. Bourbon in my office?
You know what? After all this, I could use a drink.
Right answer. We should call the department. Anonymously, of course.
Do you still remember the number? I haven't called my own workplace in years.
Cretin. Of course I remember. 555-111.
Is it? Since when?
Since they invented the telephone.
Yeah, of course. No, I knew that. I was just testing you.
Yeah, right.
Bravo PD, how can I help you?
I found a corpse. A woman. She's dead. Cold. The address is Rochester Street, 37, Flowerville.
Sir, please, would you repeat that?
Rochester Street, 37. Write it down and hurry up for the sake of the wild ones. Hurry! Hurry!
Like a pro.
Yep, like I've done it before.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot.
How can you forget a case like that? How many times have you seen a three-headed monkey in your life?
I have a memory of a chicken, you know.
That's for sure. Now let's get the hell out of here. What are you trying to tell me, Natasha?
You wrote that down?
It burned into my mind.
You wrote that down?
It burned into my mind. Stop staring at it. You're freaking me out.
Okay, I just like shoes.
Furry hell, Marty, I don't want to know. Stop staring.
So what are we doing here again, Sonny?
I don't know. Maybe we could question Natasha.
Do you think she's here?
Who knows, Marty? We'll see.
There's Philmar. Maybe he knows something.
Yeah, maybe he's not drunk as a skunk.
Stop projecting onto others, old chicken.
Ah, shut the clock up, Marty.
No, I'm sorry I hurt your precious feelings, Boss Bird.
Philmar looks a bit soaked, doesn't he?
Well, it is raining.
I didn't mean the rain, Marty.
Yeah, I know.
Still, let's ask him what he saw. Maybe he can tell us something useful.
If the old man still sees anything. Eagle Eye.
Still, let's...
If the old man still sees anything. Eagle Eye or not.
Hey, old bird. What are you waiting for out here in the rain?
Is that you, boys? I'm a little, tired.
I can see that, pal.
Oh, it's alright. I just can't find my car. I don't see very well in the rain. My eyesight's pretty bad. I should wear glasses. Imagine that. A hawk wearing glasses.
Yeah, it's funny.
There ain't nothing funny about it, Snowflake.
Whoa, alright, sorry.
Have you seen Natasha or Ibn since we left?
Ibn? He scuppered off a long time ago. Natasha, I haven't seen her.
Thanks anyway, pal. Good luck with finding your car. You, want some help?
Could it be that I didn't come here by car? What do you think, Sonny? Old friend?
Well, I wouldn't know that, Phil, but, you take care, all right?
Ah, you're telling me? Oh, that's funny.
What song?
Don't get me wrong, boss, but I saw how that song affected you.
What song?
Stop playing innocent, Sonny. Natasha's song, it made you freeze. I've never seen you like that before.
Yeah, you're imagining things, Marty. I was just, paying attention, because I like the song. It has a really good, orchestration.
Orchestration, huh?
Shut the clock up, Marty.
Okay. Keep your feathers on. Honestly, I thought you forgot how to breathe for about 2 minutes.
Marty, if you don't stop, I'm gonna peel your feathers off and cook you as a delicacy.
All right. It's just too good. Honestly, I thought...
If you say so.
Moonlight Boulevard. Ah, that movie. It's a real classic, I'm telling you.
If you say so, Mr. Film Critic.
Laugh all you want, but believe it or not, very few have seen more movies in the city than me. So, you can believe me.
I would never try to doubt your word. If we were really in a movie, at least there'd be a chance of a happy ending. If we were really...
Tonight, maybe we'll be on the front page once again.
Oh, God forbid.
Tonight? If this car's still here, and Wessler's already gone, that means it's not his car.
It's like your first day as a detective. You didn't consider that he could have multiple cars?
Huh. You could be right.
Sometimes I think you breathe in too much gun smoke, Marty.
But I love the smell so much. Maybe it's not Wessler's, but Natasha's car. That would explain why she wasn't at the weekend house. She hadn't left here.
Yeah, that could be. It's worth a look inside. The car's still here. Could it be Natasha's? Why do I feel like I'm never gonna forget this sign?
Because you have a photographic memory?
You moron. The Tsar Club. I'm not gonna forget the Tsar. Hey, boys, tell me, is Natasha still inside?
I can't give you any information about that, gentlemen. I'm sorry.
Ah, the regulations. I know. We've gotten used to it.
I am glad to hear that.
And your boss, Wessler? Can we find him in the VIP lounge?
I'm afraid I can't tell you that either.
But we can take a look for ourselves, right?
No problem, gentlemen.
Thanks, Wooly.
Your friend's not the talkative type, is he? He understands what we're saying, right?
Don't anger me, chicken, or I'll tear out your throat before you could say hemp seed.
Ha! Just try, Fleabag.
Hey, folks, relax. The night's still young. We'll have plenty of time to tear each other's throats out, but right now we're busy.
Huh. You're right.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Excuse me, are you the parking valet?
Heh, you lost.
Ah, I'll have to practice that some more. Excuse me, are you the...
Hello again, Bojack.
Please don't call me that, sir.
You're right. I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Well, if you really must know, I'm Lance, sir.
Okay, Lance. Listen, it's very important.
Oh, please, sir. Don't get me involved in anything. I just want to get my shift over with and go home to sleep. Relax. There won't be a problem. Just answer the questions honestly. If I must, let's give it a try.
Right, kid.
Lance.
Lance. Yeah. So, have you seen Natasha since her performance?
Oh, no. Don't ask me anything about Miss Kitsenko and Mr. Wessler. It could cost me my job or even more. Hey, it's a matter of national security.
It could be.
Yeah, see? It could be. So, if you help, you won't only be helping us, but the Crown and the whole city of Clawville. Oh, okay, alright, just stop that chicken shit, will ya? I saw Natasha, yeah. She came down, spoke with someone, then stormed out the front door.
And then what happened?
She came right back in 2 or 3 minutes later, soaked to the bone. She was in a hurry. She went up to her suite, then came back down and left.
And you haven't seen her since?
I genuinely haven't seen her ever since.
Thanks, Lance. You've been a great help.
I'm happy to hear that. So Natasha had left.
Seems so, but she never arrived at the weekend house.
Then
we'll stay with the original plan. We'll gather our thoughts at the office and go over everything we know.
Okay, Boss Bird, lead the way.
If anyone asks, Lance, we were never here.
Sure, sir.
I can't stand that guy. Why doesn't he have his mane cut?
Stop being so old man. It's a different world now. That's a kind of fashion, you know.
Yeah, fashion. I can't stand that guy. If anyone asks, Lance, we were never... This guy was here before, right? He's handling it pretty well.
And there are even more pretty dames all over him. You think they dig his antlers that much?
More like his wallet, Marty. There was a time when women were all over us.
Why the past tense, Sonny? I'm still pretty damn hot.
Sure you are, Marty. Keep on dreaming. Never lose hope. I don't even miss those times. I don't even...
Whatever you say, Sonny, what Natasha was doing on the stage, no man can ignore. Or woman, for that matter.
I didn't say I ignored it, Marty, but you gotta learn to separate the client from the job.
Ah, that's a cheap script, Sonny. You know the world doesn't work like that. And you definitely don't work like that.
If you say so. Bourbon moon.
You think the guy's taking a shine to Olivia now?
Why should I care? And while we're at it, why do you care?
Me? I don't care at all.
And why do you ask?
What? Stop bugging me. Who does he think he is? Fantastic Mr. Fox?
What did that fox ever do to you, Marty? You a racist now?
Who, me? No, on the contrary. But I don't like how he looks at Olivia.
Well, I think they look good together. They're only missing a slice of cheese.
Very funny.
Drop it, Marty. Drop it.
So, we meet again. How unpleasant.
I'm sorry, Olivia. We won't keep you long. Perhaps you could tell us if you've seen Natasha.
She hired you and you already lost sight of her? That's unfortunate.
We should have met her, but she didn't show up. Should we be worried?
Are you asking me that? I haven't seen her since she was on stage. Not like I was paying any attention to her or anything.
Thanks, sweetheart. We won't bother you anymore.
Thanks, Olivia.
Don't mention it.
Just one more thing, Toots. Could you perhaps tell us where Mr. Wessler is?
I'm his assistant, not his babysitter, Beaky.
So you don't know?
I have no idea.
Roger that. Thank you.
So, gentlemen, is...
Nah, thanks, Olivia. We're good.
So, gentlemen, is there anything else?
Nah, thanks, Olivia. We're good.
So, gentlemen...
Wessler's secretary could even know something useful. Wessler... all these movies are basically the same, right?
Only on the surface, Sonny. There are some important recurring elements, but the emphasis is on the characters, their past, and their relationships. The story in the background is just the stage. The limelight's on the actors.
You're really interested in these things, huh?
Hell yeah. What I wouldn't give to investigate a movie star one day.
Even if they killed or devoured someone?
Especially if they killed or devoured someone.
What weird titles these have.
Would you have thought Natasha's such a big film buff?
I can easily picture her on the silver screen.
Hey, maybe one day they'll make a movie out of our adventures.
You never know, Marty. I can imagine Natasha on a poster like this, with a police chicken right beside her. I can imagine Natasha on a poster like this, with a police chicken right beside her.
Maybe Wessler's been sticking his grubby little hands into the movie industry.
There's some sense in that. Movies mean big money in this town.
Mm-hmm. Clawvillian movies are the best in the whole wilderness.
I could show you a few masterpieces from Averia.
Will you take me there one day, darling?
Of course, dear. Soon as you become housebroken. A movie about the chicken police? I'd love to see that. A movie? Cassidy Lupus is a buffoon.
Whoa, heresy!
He is, you'll see. Time will prove me right.
Oh yeah? Maybe he is. But you're not gonna live long enough to see it, old fart.
I'd never admit it to Marty, but this one looks kinda exciting. But Lupus is still a buffoon. But Lupus...
Should we say hi to the old beaver?
Sure. Mullen is an old friend, so he certainly deserves a hello, and we do need information.
Few people know as much about Clawville as the old woodchomper. An encyclopedia in the flesh.
Yeah, he always has something. We're getting older and older, and Mullen's not changing a bit. Where's the justice in that?
He's just eternal.
Like an ancient god or something. Or the personification of the city.
What a lovely thought. But if the city took shape, it would most likely be some kind of vermin.
Yeah, true. But that wasn't very politically correct, coming from you, pal.
Hey, you know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know, Marty. You're too good for this world.
Ah, thanks, boss.
It wasn't a compliment, Marty. Mullen never closes his kiosk, not even on New Year's Eve. Seems him and me are very much alike. Seems him... Hey, Hercule. What's up, old friend?
Hello, me lads. It's good to see you. What are you doing around here where you never see a cat go by?
We're working, Uncle Mullen, just like you. But I'm afraid we're also walking a little bit outside the law.
But it's New Year's Eve. Couldn't it wait a bit? Whatever the case is, it can't be that serious.
I'm afraid it is. Maybe you can help us with a few things. After all, you know everyone in the city.
What a compliment. But of course I'll help if I can. I know you ever since you appeared in the city. Young, fresh, full of ambition. And little Marty had been just a chick when he was already coming here every day with his daddy, eh? You're like me sons, so you are.
Oh, thanks, Uncle Mullen.
What's up, old man? Is everything all right?
Me bones are creaking. My eyesight's getting more and more blurry. And sometimes I hear sounds that aren't even there. I think I'm getting old. Or maybe I've gone crazy already. But the old ticker's still ticking. So, here I am.
Ah, it's good to still have an old familiar spot in the city.
Nothing lasts forever, boys. So, what is this dirt you've ended up in again, eh?
Just a simple case, strumming personal strings. That's why I couldn't refuse it. You know the tune.
Well, same old song, eh?
Yeah, it's a classic.
So, what is it you want to know? I'm at your service, my lads.
Thanks, old pal. Let's see.
So,
seems him and...
Eben's a ruthless gangster, that's for sure. But he's not bloodthirsty or stupid. You're not in danger until you're in his way. And that's not so easy to manage as the whole city's in his hands.
How come they never tried to approach you, Uncle?
What? Of course they've tried. They wanted to buy the whole area and build some huge parking garage on it. Mongrel Mick, Ibben's #1 thug, came here and threatened me more than once. If I hadn't dug me heels in, the others would have sold up. The lawyers behind me, even Biff, the owner of Chandler's. But I told them, over my cold dead carcass.
Oh, looks like it worked.
I'm too much for him, lads. Or I'm just too famous around here to get rid of. We could say Ibben's almost almighty, but he avoids scandal like rats avoid fire.
That's a good one.
I'm a poor nobody, my lads, but my name still carries meaning. This place has always belonged to my family. If my dead body had been found here or in the Times, it would have caused a scandal, even without any evidence. So, he usually listens to reason.
When I talked to him tonight, he seemed confused, dissolute, and impetuous to me.
That's uncharacteristic. Are you sure it was him?
Are you joking? Ibn Wessler's not usually confused with anyone else.
Of course I'm joking. Beaver humor, you know? Nobody gets it. Not even the beavers.
Good one again.
Hey, Martin, my lad, what's up? How's that beautiful wife of yours?
Laura's perfectly fine, thank you.
It's crazy you could grab an amazing woman like her, son. Are you blackmailing her with something?
Ah, I missed your famous beaver humor.
I'm just messing with you, son. Anyway, you look good. You're in good shape. You look more like a turkey than a rooster, if you ask me.
Thanks.
This is priceless. Thanks, Hercule. We'll be back again soon.
Yeah, sure will.
Hey, Martin Miller. Nice girl. She used to come here for a while, but I think she moved downtown.
Yeah, she's the poster girl for workaholism. She lives in an apartment across from the PD, but sleeps at the station, if she sleeps at all.
Some animals just race and race through the years of their life until someone stops them and makes them wind down.
Is there someone like that waiting for everyone?
Indeed there is, somewhere. Usually not where we're looking for them.
Yeah, right. How's Desiree?
What about her? She's still beautiful, and she's still my wife, and I still don't get why she hasn't left me already.
Because she's too much like you stubborn old dam builder.
You see, you're right about that, sonny boy.
And, the cubs?
Cubs? More like jumbo cubs. Johnson's a hotshot lawyer in Galadia, and Timmy also left Clawville to try his luck in Grassmore. But who could blame them?
Good move.
Ah, yeah, but they visit me often, though. They're good kids.
I know, pal. They're from a good litter.
If you say so, sonny.
You know anything about a woman named Natasha Katsenko?
Sonny boy, what have you gotten yourself into again? That lass is Ibn Wessler's protégé, to put it politely. She's the crown jewel of the city. A shining new star. If you dare talk to a gal such as her, you can expect some serious lead poisoning, me boy.
Well, I suppose I should have come to you first for advice. Doesn't matter now. We're in it, Uncle. Up to our combs.
If you'll accept the advice of an old shaggy beaver, get to the end of it as quickly as you can, and try to make it out with all your feathers.
Yeah, that's the plan. But do you know anything about her? Anything, interesting?
As I've heard, Natasha is quite a mysterious lass. She came from the Stavonian Tsardom and fled to Clawville. But from what? No one knows. Some years of her life are shrouded in mystery, and that rarely means good.
You're right about that. So, that's your advice? Be careful?
At least, silly boy. And one more thing.
What's that?
Never fall in love with a woman like her.
Thanks, Hercule. I wasn't planning to.
Nobody plans to, sonny. Just take care of each other, okay? And always carry a good gun in your pocket.
Oh, I always have one in every pocket, old-timer.
I know, Martin. I know.
Murdoch and Falcon is a famous law firm in Clawville, run by a blind bat and a bird-brained falcon. They had some big-time cases that helped make their name. I hope I'll have the opportunity to work with them in the future. They had some the taxi company for the upper class only, politicians and gangsters. I had a chance to travel in one of these once. I was being taken to my own execution, but that's another story. I had a chance to Mullen's car. Ancient, but kind of beautiful, like the old beaver himself. Seems like the kiosk is still a good business. Seems like some things are indestructible, right?
Yeah. Mullen's kiosk's been here since I was a little chick. My old man used to drive here from the other side of town for his daily papers.
Yeah, many still do. He certainly is something.
Mullen's a wizard from a forgotten age.
Yeah, kind of. Chandler's used to be quite a prestigious cafe. Magnificent animals had breakfast here. And in the evenings, Philosophers and writers would get drunk together and argue. The place is now just a second-hand bookshop. Just a shadow of its former self. Like so many things in this city. Like me. I wonder if they've got the entire Chicken Police series. Not that I give a cluck, of course. But I wonder if they've got the entire Chicken Police series. Not that I give a cluck, of course. But
Phyllis and Roy's are nowhere to be seen. Praise the great wild ones.
well, let's hope this is a good omen.
Maybe, finally, the pincushions have started to do something with themselves.
And maybe it's not a coincidence, since we've just found a dead body, Marty.
Yeah. What can I say? The night's starting to get off, huh? Just like the good old days.
Let's just hope there won't be any more surprises tonight.
You don't believe that, do you, boss?
Shouting in 3, 2, 1.
And action.
Martin, what the hell do you think you're doing?
We're just patrolling, sir.
At the station?
No, we're here for something else, sir.
You missed me, huh?
No, sir. I mean, yes, sir. I mean...
Why are you grinning, Santino?
I can't grin, sir. I have a beak.
Oh, be cute. I can see it in your eyes.
Should I close them, sir?
Don't you peck at me, chicken, you hear?
We're not even here anymore, Chief. We just quickly stopped by for something.
Get out of my sight.
Yes, sir.
You're on duty. Am I right, Martin?
Yes, sir.
Then why the hell are you standing here? Don't you have something to do?
I do, sir.
Then fuck off. And you, Sonny, don't even think about saying anything. I can already see you're dying to say something funny.
I wouldn't think about it, sir.
You're on duty. Am I right?
Yes.
Shouldn't you be somewhere else, Marty? I mean, anywhere else.
You know, I spend every New Year's Eve in here, Sonny. Ever since that New Year's Eve. It's better if I try to distract my thoughts, and work's the best way to do it.
You mean fire rounds all night long?
You drink, I fire. No offense.
No offense taken.
And you, boss? Do you still think about the Bloody New Year's?
Almost every day, Marty. Almost every goddamn rust-eaten day. You know, pal, you're damn lucky with Laura. A woman like her.
With a feathery loser like me?
I didn't mean it that way.
You're right, though. And don't believe for a second that I'm ungrateful. I give praise every day that I have her.
And that she hasn't already eaten you for breakfast.
Yeah, that too.
Not that I want to dig around in your private life, but weren't you ever afraid of her?
Of Laura? Why, because she's a predator?
Yes, and because you're a chicken. And because you work for the predatory division.
Nope, boss, never. Not for a second. There isn't a woman in the world more gentle than her.
I believe you, pal. Good for you.
Yeah, it is. Well, who's gonna be the first one to get emotional? Come on, give me a hug.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
Well?
had no choice but to continue the investigation where it started. In that shady little apartment I called home. The only lead was the list Fillmore gave us, with all those imposing names on it. But what could it mean? And why did Natasha keep it secret from us? But most importantly, what did all this have to do with Deborah's death? The trail started to get cold, and so did the air outside. There was something unsettling in the black clouds, hiding all the stars. I prayed that they didn't bring an early snowfall. The night was already painful enough.
So, what are we doing here?
Trying to calm down. I'll have a shot.
Sure you will.
And we're trying to put the pieces together, of course. Figure out what's next.
And what is next, Boss Bird?
Let's take a look at what we've learned so far. So, how did this whole case start? Threats are meant for Natasha, no doubt about that. But there was something Natasha didn't speak about. Is terrified, and she's in real danger. But she kept this list hidden from us. It seems too important to keep it a secret. But what could we do with this list? One person who moves in circles high enough to know where it's from. Lewis. We must ask him if we want to get out of this dead end. So, the card is, maybe a dead end. The piece of painting, too.
But the list Fillmore gave us...
Exactly. Full of those imposing names. And I only know one person who moves in similar circles.
Lamar!
Yes, Marty. It's Lewis. Exactly.
Of course, it's Lewis. But where do we find the Bunny Man?
Well, since he owns this building, I'm hoping he's here. It's worth a call.
You know his number?
By heart. 555-932. I wrote it down in my notebook as well.
Oh, you are a professional, Boss Bird.
Look, I'm sorry I dragged you into this, Marty.
Ah, don't be. I would have been bored to death, still be on that shooting range.
And Laura, what about her?
She's used to it. Every New Year's the same. You know, since that special one.